everybody! Welcome back!
Hope everyone had a really good bank holiday. Hope everyone's well.
So today's video is the second video in our recent series about all of our foodie adventures at Disneyland Paris. So last week we did the Waltz review, which you can check out above here, wherever the icon is. So today we're going to be reviewing Cendrillon, which is Cinderella's Inn or Cinderella's Hostel, whichever one you want to call it.
Yeah, I think hostel is like a direct translation of auberge, but
yes.
Whatever. So this restaurant is a really good place to go in Disneyland Paris when the queues for the princesses are inevitably super long. Like we went in low season in May and the queues were at least an hour. So it's the place to go to meet the princesses where they come to you and you can have a meal at the same time.
The theming is based on Cinderella and different parts of the restaurants have got slightly different theming. So you go through some bits are sort of like cottagey, some bits are slightly castle-esque. And yeah, you've sort of got her carriage around the front and yeah, they just sort of pinch different bits and pieces from all different Cinderella universe and chuck it in there. But it's actually quite a large restaurant, so there's quite a lot of space in there. They can ram a hell of a lot of people in there.
Yeah, it's massive and it just sort of keeps going and going and going. And again, even during low season, we would definitely recommend booking the 2 months in advance that Disneyland Paris lets you.
Yeah,
if you can get through to them on the reservation line, that is.
Yeah. What probably doesn't help is that it closes at 5 o'clock. They only do lunches, they don't do dinner, which to me makes no sense.
It's a really beautiful restaurant, and there's portraits of Cinderella and all the some of the characters from her films, like dotted around the place, and they're really beautiful. They're sort of similar. They reminded me of the ones in Be Our Guest in Florida. And there's also a wishing well outside, and you already mentioned the really nice carriage that I got a picture next to as well. And there's also sort of pumpkins dotted around and all sorts of little bits that add to the theming.
It's massive, but it's sort of like incorporated into Sleeping Beauty's castle. So you can see it sort of like stuck on the side of it, which, I don't know why it's actually Cinderella's dinner. It makes sense it would be Sleeping Beauty's.
Yeah, I suppose it would make sense, but it's not actually attached to it, it's just right next door to it.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like the closest sort of thing to it.
Yeah.
But I think Cinder's wants to be top dog or something, and she's like, nah, this is my dinner.
And it's obviously situated in Fantasyland, right next to the castle, which is my favourite land in all of the Disney parks, just because it's so like classically Disney, and it does really have that. This restaurant does really have that sort of classic Disney vibe. Character-wise, we met 2 of Cinderella's mice, Susie and Perla. I would have preferred Gus and Jacques, whatever. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, and Susie and Perla are really sweet. And you do also meet 4 princesses. So we met Ariel, Aurora, Rapunzel, and Cinderella herself, of course. I think they used to have a sort of different format there, where all the face characters you saw would dance at the fireplace, but they don't do that anymore. And they also used to bring in one princess with her prince, so you used to meet Cinderella with her prince, or Snow White with her prince, or Belle and Prince Adam, or the Beast, but they've sort of changed it around a little bit. I've also seen pictures online of, I think it's an auberge anyway, of Mickey turning up in like his prince gear, so he's got like a big floppy hat on, like Prince Philip, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they do mix up the characters, so it's never guaranteed that you'll go in there and you'll definitely meet Ariel, for example.
But I quite like the characters overall. I thought they were quite decent meet and greets. I wasn't too sure about the format when they came around, but when I did see them, they were really good. So I quite like Susie and Perla actually, because I quite like having the fur characters I quite liked having the fur characters for the meal, because I really like the fur characters. You can be much more animated with them.
They're much ridiculous. They're much more playful and stuff, aren't they? I really liked especially seeing Ariel and Rapunzel, because I was sort of expecting to see like your classic Disney princesses like Snow White, who was actually, I would have thought she was quite a dull interaction, but she has a bit of banter.
Snow White sassy.
Yes, she can be sassy. But yeah, I really enjoyed, especially Ariel. Like, we got a little video for my sister as well, because my sister's a really big Little Mermaid fan. And we had really good interactions, I felt, with all of them. They took enough time with us, I didn't feel rushed. They took pictures with us and like signed our autograph book and that sort of thing as well.
So I ate from the 25th anniversary menu, which they had for the 25th anniversary.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it was a set menu. You got sort of, you didn't really have any choice in what you were eating, but I thought it looked quite nice. So I think it was €75 for that 3-course. Well, 3.5 because you got a little pre-starter sort of thing with it, and you got drinks also. You get the Princess cocktail with it, which is sort of like, what was it, like a tropical?
Yeah, like a tropical punch mocktail thing.
Sort of thing, yeah. And I was really upset when they brought out a cocktail and it was a non-alcoholic cocktail. That really upset me. So I had to get a glass of wine with it.
Yeah, but that is extra on top of the 75.
Yes.
But it was our last day.
So it was like another 10 or so. So then, yay, we're on holiday.
Yeah, and it was our last day, so we were like, treat yourself.
The little tasting had the amuse-bouche, which is like, am I saying that? Amuse-bouche?
Yeah, I think that's right. It's like cheesy air.
Yeah.
It's like tiny little cheesy pastries, and you get like a few.
You get like 3 or 4, and they're just like little nibble sort of things, which they're just kind of there, sort of thing. You just sort of like, okay, Then for my starter, I had half a lobster, which was on sort of like a bed of leeks with sort of this champagne sort of sauce around the outside, which was quite nice actually. I think that sort of what drew me to the menu. So I was all like, lobster, I can have lobster. Need to feel all posh.
Yeah.
But it was all right. The lobster was a little bit overcooked sort of thing. It was a bit. Yeah.
I thought it was nice, but it's not like
it was
the
quite
nicest
nice. Yeah.
ever.
But when they send you get lobster, you're like, oh my god. And then it's just all, it tastes okay.
Yeah.
Really.
Could have been any fish.
So yeah, it wasn't the best lobster that I ever had. It was pretty standard. I seem to be going to the trip.
You sound so pretentious. Like it was just your bog standard lobster.
Bog standard lobster. I know I'm coming across as like, well, pretentious is like, oh, bravo. It was, oh, God, I've had better lobster before, darling. I have better lobster every Friday night.
Yeah.
But when you're paying €75 for it,
you want it to be like banging lobster.
For my main, I had a grilled beef fillet, so sort of like a steak sort of thing, which was alright, reasonably seasoned. Everything was a little bit overdone for me. I don't know if that's a French thing. Whenever you say for sort of rare, it comes out like more medium sort of rare, but that could just be the way French people cook, because that happened a couple of times while we were there. So.
Yeah, but it wasn't so bad that you sent it back or anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, but we're British, so we wouldn't do that anyway. Obviously.
We wouldn't do that.
Came with a nice star-shaped bit of polenta, so sort of 25th anniversary style, which looked really pretty. But it looks a lot nicer than it tasted.
Definitely.
I don't think I've ever had polenta today,
Yeah,
and I haven't had it
polenta
since.
is.
Yeah, it sounds like something you give to a vegetarian.
I thought it was mash. It wasn't.
Yeah, maybe mashed substitute. To be fair, mashed potato would have been nicer. Yeah. So we'll just sort of leave that. But it did have the truffles, this sort of thing. And truffles are nice.
Yeah.
I like truffles.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so the dessert was really good to me. It was the best part. Sort of the praline chocolate crunch sort of cake with a really gooey sort of mousse thing in the middle. And then it was sort of decorated with a 25th anniversary star, lots of sprinkles all over it.
Yeah, and it was blue. And so good. I remember eating it and thinking, I should have got this.
Yeah.
Should have got that menu just for that dessert. It was really good. It's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because you break through and it was all nice and gooey in the middle, but then it had little bits of crunch in it, which was probably from the praline, and then it had little bits of little crunchy all through that.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the best bit.
It tasted amazing, it was a good cake.
My food-wise, I had the Princess cocktail and amuse-bouche as well, and we also both had really nice bread that also came as part of the menu, which was, it was really nice, but it wasn't like the best bread ever, but it went really nicely with the starter I had, which was pumpkin and porcini mushroom soup. And being a big soup fan, I really liked that, and I also liked that it was sort of connected to the Cinderella theme as well. And drink-wise, I had the 25th anniversary cocktail, which was green with a blue glow cube in it, which was really nice. You hated it because it was too like...
It tasted weird, it tasted funny, it didn't
No, it was just really
it
like...
didn't taste like it should have been a drink.
It was just really fruity and very, very sweet. But I thought it was nice. And then I had veal en croûte for my main, which is like veal beef Wellington type thing. And it came with cabbage, which was and a jus as well, like a red wine jus or something.
Yeah.
The pastry on the veal en croûte was really good, like really nice flaky pastry, but not so flaky that you can't eat it. And the meat was really like nicely seasoned, and yeah, it was very tasty.
Yeah. There's always something very special about veal.
Yeah, yeah, and again
It's a good
yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's not something we have at home, is it? So that was a nice treat. And my dessert wise, I was picking up your dessert, but my dessert was really good as well. I had Cinderella's dessert, and this is the thing, I didn't know what I was getting because it's just called Cinderella's dessert, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was really cute. It was sort of fashioned around her glass slipper on the cushion when the footman brings it for her to try on when the prince is like scouting for his missus. And so it's like a white chocolate hollow slipper, and then the cushion is like dusted red, and it's got sort of wafer and chocolatey layered bits and pieces, and it's just, when you cut into it, it was really like neat and just really, really flavoursome, and yeah, it was really good. I was very impressed with that.
So just like most character dining experiences, it's always absolutely rammed in there, it's always absolutely full. There's always lots of loud kids and adults and people going around all over the place. And in here it felt particularly hectic as well, though, because the princesses didn't seem to have a set order of visiting tables, like a set routine. They would sort of be followed around by a carriage attendant, and he'd be scribbling notes down and putting lines through and and then go over there and over there and over there, which made it feel even more hectic.
Yeah, it made me feel stressed, like them trying to work out who had been where and to what table, rather than just doing tables 1 to 10 in one go, etc.
Yeah, I think it was because they had the flow of people sort of going in and out.
Yeah.
So they would just dart you from table to table with me. And so it's not a very relaxing meal.
No, that's for sure. Yeah, it was a bit hectic, that's
but
for sure.
It's still quite a nice meal. The food is reasonable and the service is good. I suppose it's not bad service at all.
Yeah, we weren't left waiting for anything, and they were really like attentive to us, I thought.
Yeah, this was the most expensive place we ate by quite a bit actually.
Yeah, I remember Waltz being more expensive, but...
Yeah, but because Waltz you get the different set menus, like I said, you can get a 2-course meal at Waltz for, was it $39.99? Whereas here you have to pick from this set menu, which is €75.
Yeah.
But that's because you get the princesses with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are essentially paying for the princesses. But obviously, like everyone is going to, you obviously compare it to Cinderella's royal table, because that is what it is trying to be.
Yeah, essentially. I'm not sure which one came first, but the two are a very, very similar concept, aren't they?
Yeah. So obviously, everyone compares it to Cinderella's royal table, but to me, I don't think it's sort of like holds a candle to it. To me, Cinderella's royal table sort of seems heads and shoulders above it.
Yeah.
To which I'm not actually too sure why. I can't put my finger on it. It's just sort of everything in Cinderella's royal table is just that bit better. It's that bit grander. The theming isn't that much better. The characters seem to be that much better. The food is definitely that much better though. For Auberge, Cendrillon, whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
The food, I think Auberge is actually slightly more expensive as well. But for the food,
yeah, from memory it was, yeah.
The food just sort of like, oh, that's okay. I've had a better one of that. That's all right.
Some bits were nice though.
Some bits were nice, but the food I'd say was very average, especially for the price of what you're paying. Walt's food was definitely much better.
Yeah.
But then when it's Cinderella's royal table, maybe it's just sort of like fond memories, roasted
I remember like our server being really, really friendly and really attentive, like really good.
Yeah.
And we were right by a window, and you're in the castle.
Yeah.
You get a free gift. You meet Cinderella on the way in.
I had from.
You get a photo pass photo or a photo taken with your camera with Cinderella before you even go in. And then a few princesses coming around to you, and it was just much more like calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing which sort of made Auberge its own was when they could have the prince come in with a princess, and then they had them dancing by the fireplace. And since they've got rid of them, it just sort of seems like a poor man's version of Cinderella or whatever, which is probably very cruel.
You're making my eye twitch, you're making me nervous. I'm like, oh stop, leave poor DRP alone. But it's true, that was a really cool, unique thing about it. You could only see that there.
Yeah, the only thing which they do have above Cinderella's royal table is that you can meet the mats, because the mats are cute.
Yeah, they were lovely. They were so sweet. So overall, we'd give Auberge de Cendrillon 3 Mickey heads out of 5.
Ooh. Wonder who's going to get 5 then? One day someone will get 5. If they put in a bit more effort, I know that's if Disney put in the effort. But no,
Must try harder.
But no, it has the potential to get 5 Mickey heads, but I think the food needs to be stepped up, especially because this is all to do with the price as well, because 75 euros per person is actually quite a lot. So
especially for a massive family. If you have like 3 kids, I know it's 45, but if you have 3 kids and 2 adults, I can't work out how much that is, but it's too much. It's too much. It is.
So for the price as well is one of the reasons why it definitely sort of drops down a little bit, because the food is not justified for the price. So the price doesn't justify the food, or whichever way around you want to say it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So they are just playing on the fact that it is so hard to meet the princesses in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, that people will pay that.
It's so hard because even like I said, for low season, to get into the Princess Pavilion, it can take over an hour. It was like 45 minutes to meet Merida, like the second she turned up.
I think if we did ever go to DLP again, I don't think we do Auberge.
No.
We wouldn't. I feel like we wouldn't do.
No.
But we would do Waltz again.
We would do Waltz.
Like, if we could afford it, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you've been to Auberge, let us know in the comments below what your experience was. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Did you have an amazing time? Did you have a time? Just let us know. And if you haven't been, let us know if you'd like to go, because I do think it's worth going even just that once to meet the princesses in Disneyland Paris, because it just gets rid of that ag of waiting for like an hour to 4 hours maybe even. So I would say it's definitely worth going the once.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Disney content, Disney adventures, and all the Disney food reviews coming up very shortly.
So that's everything from us today, guys. Thanks very much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.